Hey guys, I know winter's right around the corner, and I know you know it as well. I want you guys to get these are called lead racks. If you got a vehicle and you drive in snow, you don't need a snow shovel if you have these in your vehicle. Me, I don't need these or a snow shovel in any kind of snow. But you might. I throw these into my vehicle when we have snow around here, and I go around and help everybody else get out. I've never had to use these on my vehicle. But last year, our first snow was 15 inches, and I helped. I spent 8 hours using these tracks. I got them for Christmas last year. A family member got them for me, and they're color matched to my Jeep, the green on my Jeep. And less than probably a month later, I was out using them. So, and for you guys that think I smoke Marlboros, no, I do not smoke Marlboros or any. I roll my own shit. I really wasn't going to do this video. I was going to do a different one, but I just do shit as I do it when I want to do it. Sometimes I don't feel like doing any videos, and I'll have to force myself to do one because I can't stand it. I got 6 channels. I got to put a video out somewhere. No, folks, this channel here I do most of my work on. Sometimes, like I got a channel. It's called PopPop's PopPop MD metal detector, and if you find it, which you probably can't, uh, maybe I'll leave a link in the description because YouTube don't let my videos be seen very often. Somehow, some way, I get around them algorithms on shorts, mostly shorts. But I do got a video that's running that's getting more views than I even imagine right now. But I people I don't sponsor, or these ain't a sponsor of mine. Those tracks, uh, I've seen them used in the mud. I've seen them used on crossing over crevices out in the desert where you're going where there's actually nothing but stone or yeah, rock, stone, or sand. And some places that you drive across, you have a crevice that's pretty deep and maybe bigger than the tire you have on your truck or Jeep or whatever you're driving. And you can use those tracks to get across something like that. Now, this set, this is my first set. I drove, I had to deal with other people's equipment or I just found another way around. That's how I used to do it out in the desert and out in the mountains and shit. I never had a set of these until last Christmas, and people I did, but our first snow last year was 15 inches, and one of my videos, I'm pretty sure on this channel will show that. Uh, I'm pretty sure I put, if not this one of my other ones. I don't know, folks. This channel here is it was a year old. It's only a year old in August, so last month it was a year old. I got 200, almost 50. I might have more than that. Around 250 videos, so on just this channel. So I do a lot of shit. I talk a lot about other things that you guys might not even think about. But I'm gonna. This is. I'm gonna finish this one up with this. In 1973, the APA removed homosexuality from the list of mental illness. They removed it in 1973. Now, in 1973, folks, I was around 10 years old. I've told you guys in another video that I'd done that when I was a kid, I didn't, nobody ever told me they was gay. Yes, we heard about it, and yes, we had downtown Indianapolis, we knew guys walking around dressed as girls doing things for money, okay? We weren't stupid. We did know it existed. But it was claimed that it was a mental illness. Something dysphoria. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something dysphoria, which was a mental illness. Well, they took that down in 73. I graduated in, I've told you before, 1981. 25 years later in Greenwood, Indiana, where I didn't ever know a gay person, or 25 or 30 years later, when I came back there, I was told by a friend of mine that I'd known since 5th grade, his daughter was going to the high school I went to, and she told me it was cool to be gay at the Greenwood High School that I graduated from. I said, what'd you just say? She said it was cool to be gay. I flipped out. She was telling me these guys are wearing freaking makeup, plucking their eyebrows, wearing eyeliner, buns up on their head, they're wearing girls' clothes, skinny jeans, and all this shit. I was like, at Greenwood High School? And she said, yeah. I flipped out. This was the most racist town in America when I was growing up. There was no black people allowed below County Line Road, which was the beginning of Greenwood, Indiana, when I was a kid. In the 70s, so basically in Greenwood, Indiana, the homosexuals had more rights in 1973 than the black people had. This is my life, folks. I ain't lying to you. I was there. I done it. I got the shirts for it. This would be the same thing as why aren't we just removing the fact that people who steal and steal a lot, they just gotta steal, whether they got the money in their pocket, like Lohan or whatever. Lohan, that girl actress has money and shit. She was stealing jewelry. Well, we can't call them a kleptomaniac anymore. If we can't call, homosexuals being a mental illness, well, somebody who's got to steal all the time, they can't be called a kleptomaniac anymore. And these people who like to burn things, just to see it burn, well, we can't call them pyromaniacs anymore either. Even if they've started 1,000,000 fires, we can't call them a pyromaniac. No, we're changing all this shit today, folks. People that like having sex with children, we can't call them perverts or pedophiles anymore. No. They're getting ready to have some rights that you won't even believe. Uh, Politicians. We can't call them corrupted no more either. Oh, no, no, no. Politicians going to be known as gods. And Trump is proof of that. Oh, his followers, they follow him like a god. People, that's all I'm going to mess with tonight. But when society makes it so you cannot survive, then society no longer exists. And if you guys don't know what they're trying to do in New York at this moment, then maybe you guys need to go over and watch Brian from High Impact videos. He put a video out on a law they're trying to get passed right now in New York, the governor and shit. It's some serious shit, folks. It's some serious shit. They will be able to, someone, and they didn't make it clear who would be able to make this decision, but someone would be able to make the decision that if you're not vaccinated and your family isn't vaccinated, you will all be taken away. And I'm sure you're not going to all go to the same place. But you can legally, they're trying to get this passed. They haven't gotten it passed, folks. I'm not saying that. But you can legally be coming, you and your entire family can be gathered up, put into a camp somewhere, and Lord only knows what happens to y'all if you ever even see each other again. It comes to a point that if they decide you're just not going to go along with the plan, they can force you literally to go along with the plan. And you know what I mean by sticking a pointy object somewhere in you. This is just a couple of things that they're trying to get passed through, folks. If you don't think this is a treasonous act against a republic, not your democracy, because this is your democracy. This is a treasonous act against the original Constitution that bound the hands of these clowns. This, if happened in, let's say 1802, if they tried this in 1802, they would have tarred and feathered everybody that put their name on this. If not hung, maybe shot them. This is the most treasonous act that anybody could put together and try to pass through legislation. I don't care if it's federal or local. You cannot get no more treasonous than this. Not all officers would back this. I don't believe that. But they will find people to back this if they get this passed. Just like your 87,000 new IRS agents, they'll get Americans to take those jobs. They will get Americans to take those jobs, or they'll bring in people from outside of America to do those jobs. Don't matter to them. people the things they are doing is showing you no longer matter. Nothing you have to say matters. These people that are backing them, they believe they're on the side of right. These Democrats and these Republicans both will be the cause. Well, that's what the elitists will want you to believe, that they are the cause of why people are going to be starving to death, why people are dying, when the real cause are the people that are in control behind the curtain. I know you guys think Biden has powers. I know you guys think Trump had powers. Obama had powers. Bush Jr. had powers. Clinton had powers. Bush Sr. had powers. I know you guys think all these. Reagan had powers. I know you guys think all these people had powers. You're wrong. The Federal Reserve's been in control ever since they took control of the money. Before they took control, the government was the only one who could print money or make money. When you guys allowed the Federal Reserve to control that, or not when we did, when it happened in this country, you lost it all. You no longer own anything. It don't matter if you paid a gazillion dollars for a bolt. You don't own it. They can come and get it at any time. It's just like being under the queen or a king. Everything you have is the king or the queen's. It's not yours. They just let you use it or have it at that point. That is America. Where your castle is that your masters sit is Washington, D.C. They have fencing around their town, around their buildings. They've got it. They don't care about you. Guys, you can keep voting in your elections. You can claim they're not rigged elections. You can claim nobody votes that isn't a citizen of the United States. You can make all these claims that the American elections are not chosen before you even vote, because I don't vote. You can make all these claims, but you'd be dead ass wrong. And if you think you aren't, that just shows your public school brainwashing has worked tremendously on you. There ain't none of you that are alive today that have ever lived under the Constitution or the Republic. None of us. For we lost it in 1812. And you don't have to believe that either. But when the colonists of the 13 colonies, or maybe there was I think it was still only 13, basically surrendered, that's when you got a gold trim around your national flag. No, you people that aren't a part of the federal government, you don't have to fly the gold trim flag. You're allowed to fly whatever flag you want today. At one time, you couldn't. It was against the law to fly anything other than the red, white, and blue flag. Today, you can garnish it and diamonds and gold, and you can do all kinds of shit with it. They don't care. You can use it for the gays. You can use it for whatever you want. Blue line, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Those laws and they're on the books, but they no longer exist. Why? Because you're a conquered nation. That's why your federal flags that stand behind all your representatives, even your Supreme Court justices, your presidents, your majority leaders, your vice president, everybody involved with the federal government stands in front of a gold fringed flag. That's a conquered flag. Whether you believe it or not, it's fact. People, I love you. God loves you as well. If you don't wake up, there's going to come a point that God won't even, he'll figure you are just so beyond reach, he'll just give you a reprobate mind. Make sure you ain't never going to find him. You'll never find Jesus, and you will suffer eternity in hell. How long? How long have you known about God and you just keep fighting it? How long has your sins continued? People, you're never not going to sin. But if you ain't asking for forgiveness and at least trying to fight that sin and fight the other sins, if you're not at least doing that, you're wasting your time thinking you're walking with God. We're all sinners. We will always be sinners. We were born sinners. It's only one way out. And I don't care what Oprah Winfrey says. That's through Jesus. I hope you find his path. For without that path, you will never find the Father. That's for sure. Till the next time, folks. I love y'all. God loves you more.